Hello ladies and gents, another video brought to you by Aquatic's Hood, or Aquatic Hood, because I missed the S out when I did my little logo thing, but hey, never mind. So this is going to be mainly about cycling and testing my saltwater tank. Now there's thousands of testing and cycling videos out there, but this is the progression that I'm making, being an absolute noob. So if you guys are new to this game like I am, watch what I'm doing. Maybe you can take something from it, maybe you don't. But I may have made a mistake on this one. If you think I've made a mistake and I've absolutely messed it up, leave a comment, let me know. But try not to be a nasty pasty, please, because, like I said, I'm a beginner. Break me in gently. So if you cast your mind back to my last video, which was all about the aquascaping it and stuff like that, if you want to check it out, just go onto my channel and have a look at it there. Now, if you remember rightly, I put all of a lot of this stuff in. So this is the NT Labs Status. What is it? Is it's got all the bacteria already in there. So if you haven't got live rock like I've got, it's got plenty of bacteria in there. The way that you use this is you put 5 millilitres in the first day, then 2.5 millilitres for the next 7 days, which will pack it full of the bacteria that converts the ammonia to nitrite and then to nitrate, with nitrate being the lesser of the harmful stuff in your tank, basically. So this is going to be very relevant to my story of this video and my thought process to what I've done. Be right or wrong, people out there that know all this stuff, leave a comment, try not to be nasty. So then I went through the process of testing the water, as you can see from these pictures. I'm not going to go into how to test because there's loads out there as well, and the guidance on the test kits is super easy, so I'm not going to go through that. But give you an idea that I was actually testing, this is what my testing kit looks like. So sorry about the audio change, it's because I haven't got a mic for my phone. I had one for my old phone, but different connector, so the quality is a bit stuff, but you'll get used to it, so it'll be fine. So let's talk about the testing itself. So I set it up on the 18th, and on the 20th was when I'm looking down because I've got my notes just there. I set up the first testing on Monday, the 20th. So my salinity was 1.024, which is about on 1.024 to 1.025 is basically the dream zone that you're looking for. So no concerns with the salt at all. Bearing in mind, I don't have an ATO yet, which is an auto top off O. What does the O stand for? I would have called it an auto top off unit. But anyway, it auto tops it up with OR water, but doesn't matter. I'm still looking down at my notes, so don't get distracted. I didn't bother testing for nitrite or nitrate because it would have been far too soon for that, and I just wanted to gauge where the ammonia was. So I did test the ammonia and it came less than 0.05 parts per million. So not overly surprising, to be honest. I would have expected to see the fish food that I put in my last video to have then progressed and started to break down and started to form some ammonia, but I had nothing. Nothing to worry about. I did add a little bit more fish food in, probably didn't need to, but I did anyway. So then fast forward, 3 days later, on the 23rd, my salt was fine, my ammonia was still less than, in fact, no, I'm lying. My ammonia was 0.1, nitrates was nothing, and nitrite was nothing as well, or less than. Now, bearing in mind, the testing kit I've got isn't the most super accurate of stuff, but it gives you an idea of where I'm at, and it wasn't really picking anything up. So then I left that to the Saturday, the 25th. I should be putting all these in the corner somewhere there's space. Tested it again, salt was bang on, no dramas. Yet again, my ammonia was less than 0.05. My nitrite was less than 0.01 and my nitrate was less than 0.5. So it gives you an idea of the sensitivity of the testing kit I was using. So we are talking about a week after I put the food in. So I would have assumed by then that I would have got some form of ammonia by then. I wouldn't expect loads, but I would have expected something. Now, my thought process at the time was, well, I've got the bacteria in. So if I've got the bacteria in, then surely the ammonia is not being detected because it isn't showing anything. But I still had very little to no nitrite and had very little to no nitrates. And if the bacteria was doing its job, I would have expected to see at least a little bit of nitrate. So, but yeah, I had nothing. So that was a bit confusing for me. Turning over my notes. I then went onto Facebook to get advice off people that have obviously been in this hobby for a billion years. Loads of experience on there. People can tell me stuff. So I went onto there and checked, see what they had to say about it. And they were basically saying, you're not even cycling yet. Nothing's happening. So you need to give me loads of advice, dropping shrimp in there, things like that, to get that massive ammonia boost. And then I can see the cycle. Now, I decided not to do that. So I decided to do a bit of a sanity check with myself. So I then put another pinch of fish food in, and then I tested regularly after that. Now it's a pinch. So yet again, I would have had the big pinch that I put in when I first started. I added some more a couple of days later, and I added some more after about a week or so to try and get some ammonia rocking up, but I didn't get anything. I still have not had anything of note in what I was looking at. So I still wasn't happy with it. So I've run some tests again, and this time it was the 29th. So I added, the salt was fine again, yet again, less than 0.05 ammonia, less than 0.01 nitrite, and less than 0.05 nitrate. My pH is fine, by the way. I did test that as well, but it's not really a point of note. So then I left it again for another week, and my pH bang on, salinity bang on, no dramas there as well. And yet again, sorry, I just read a note from my partner after she's just put, I love you. I didn't even know she'd done that, sneaky. So my ammonia was yet again 0.05, nitrate 0.01, nitrate was less than 0.05. So I couldn't figure this out. Have I not put enough food in? I put loads of food in there. There's loads of source material in there for the ammonia to come about. I then probably did something that everyone's going to hate me for, but I went onto AI, put all my parameters in, told them what was going on, told them what I'd set it up with, what I'd used, like the status stuff, and it came back and basically said I had a ghost cycle. So it basically said a ghost cycle is where you don't detect anything. Now, I was very skeptical of this. I obviously went on Facebook. People basically said I wasn't cycling and things like that. So I had a choice to make. What do I do? Before I move on to the second part of that video, because I had to interrupt here, I did find this growth on one of my rocks. So I took a picture of it, took this video of it, put it on Facebook and asked people, what is this? Because I'm a noob, I need to know what's going on here. Not one person got back to me with any kind of suggestion. So I went to my backup and went to AI. Now AI stated that it was likely a bacterial bloom. Because I put so much status in over the period of time, this bacterial growth formed. Later on, when I was putting in my testing samples about what was going on, and I asked the AI, what does it reckon? It did state, because I said to it, why have I not got any nitrate? Because that's what I would have expected if the ammonia had been processed into nitrite and then again into nitrate. But it said that this bloom of bacteria is probably sucking all of the nitrate up, and it was the reason why I didn't get any readings of that at all. So it kind of helps me understand about this ghost cycle that I might have potentially had. So hopefully it gives me some idea about what's going on. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I expected it to be the classic ammonia spike, nitrite spike, nitrate spike, but I've had none of it, not a single thing from it. This kind of explains why I haven't got the nitrate, because I would have expected to see something, but is that what's actually happening? Is it really a ghost cycle? I don't know, to be honest with you, but we'll wait and see. But back to the other part of that video and my appalling editing. So sorry about the bad editing there. My dog decided to bark, so I had to stop it and re-record it. Oopsie. So what did I do? I went on to YouTube, obviously, because I'm obviously a YouTuber. I watch YouTube, of course I do. So I went to a content creator, and I cannot remember the name for the life of me. If I remember, I'll put it in the description. Now, he used status as well, and he said that he didn't get any readings either. And then he went to proceed to put livestock into his tank. Now, when I say livestock, he didn't put fish straight in, he put cleaning crew and stuff like that in. So, have I made a mistake? Because I have now done the same. I have put cleaning crew in my tank as we speak, but I'm going to leave that to the next video, and we shall be getting on with that. Only just gone in, so if I have made a mistake and it wasn't cycled, everybody was giving me the right advice. AI and this other chap, same advice again. Give me wrong advice. I am going to find out very soon. So that's what I did. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If I've been crazy, or if you've dog again. I'm not sure if you heard that. She's barking again. Joys of having a Belgian Malinois, guys. Just don't. Anyway, so put a comment in there. Tell me if you think I'm right. It was probably a ghost, as it were, ghost cycle, and let me know if you think I'm absolutely crazy and I shouldn't have started putting cleanup crew in there and stuff like that. I've left it 3 weeks. A lot of people can say that's not enough, but the bloke on YouTube channel, he left it about 3 weeks as well, and then put cleanup crew in, and his progressed fine. So I'm going to do the same. Well, I've done the same, so I'll put cleaning crew in there now. So in my next video, you're going to see my first introduction to cleanup crew, what I did with them, what I've put in there, and how it went on. So by all means, guys, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on it. But yeah, time will tell now. Time will tell. Until my next video, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.